हेलो, मेरी आवाज आ रही है क्या?
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
ओके ओके। सो सर, मैंने जैसे कल बताया, आई रियली लाइक द वीडियो। आई एम जस्ट नॉट फॉरगेटिंग द नेम। खत वाली जो थी, the letter which was written, and it was by uh, the so basically I went on to that YouTube channel and I found another video which was on the title of that video was Khat. So वो उसका भी एक और वीडियो है और उसमें पर्पस के ऊपर बताया है। तो मैं बहुत ही ज्यादा रिलेट कर पा रहा हूँ और अभी मैंने सारी वीडियोस देख ली आज। I completed the another video by that happiness project or greatness project wherein she was compiling photographs. So I think ग्रेटिट्यूड और ये सारा जो जितना भी इम्पोर्टेंस है वो डॉक्यूमेंट करना, और इन योर बैड टाइम्स यू जस्ट गो ऑन टू योर हैप्पी मोमेंट्स और देखो कि द लाइफ हैज गिवन यू लॉट, बट इट्स जस्ट दैट हम उसको ओवरव्यू कर देते हैं और सिर्फ अपने नेगेटिव में ही उलझे रहते हैं। कई सारी अच्छी चीजें भी हो रही है, तो वो शायद हमें हमारे दृष्टिकोण जो है उसको थोड़ा सा ब्रॉड करने की जरूरत है। बस ये मेरा टेक अवे है और बहुत कुछ है ये, मतलब ये छोटी सी बात है लेकिन ये बहुत कुछ है।
Nice, nice. Any other insights, aha moments from last 4 days? Anyone can unmute and share who are attending first time, especially.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning, madam.
Yeah. So yesterday's video, consolidated video of the entire 4 days, is really so good. And after attending your sessions, it gives a maybe it's a reiteration of what we know, but it is more effective to see life in a different perspective. And what is really important with respect to relationship, how to handle and all that, it is so nice. And your all the sessions are very impressive, and it is giving real good insight. Thank you very much, sir.
Srinu?
Hello.
Madam, go ahead.
That's it. So I wanted to thank you, and
Thank you.
it's
Thank you
really
very much,
very
madam.
nice.
Thank you. Thank
Very
you, madam.
nice. Thank you.
So we'll start in a couple of minutes. I'll wait for.
Anyone else can share your insights? Any insights from last 4 days who are attending first time? Hitesh, please go ahead.
Yes, what I got from the last 4 days, the list just we prepared of the it's so many values in my life, so that we always take from the people, from the surrounding, from the friends, but we are not showing near and dear ones. So now onwards, I will show my gratitude to all my near and dear ones. Tomorrow call. And it helps me a lot in my life to go inside my value, my inner thoughts process just started. This is the first attending the workshop, so I will going on reviewing this. Complete. Sure.
Sir, we missed you last 2 seconds.
Okay, this is the first workshop attending. So I will attend more and more workshop on this Zoom call next time onwards. So I can go more and more deeper in this thought process that I understand. Yes. Complete.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Let's start. Before going into the today's session, today I would like to introduce today's facilitator, Mr. Balarameshwar Nayak. He is one of our founder member of CHDHC. He completed his BTech and working as a independent consultant in IT domain since 14 years, and he is very passionate. He's very passionate about nature, agriculture. Though he is a consultant, he moved to his own place, own village, and started exploring agriculture, and he's doing agriculture on his own. He's trying to explore more, and he's very what you can say that he's very much interested to live with the nature. And he's a he has 2 kids, and his family and all his mother are living his own village near Kamareddy. And today's session will be facilitated by Balaramesh.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Srinivas. I'll take over from here.
One more addition, sir. Bala is also an entrepreneur. So he started an IT firm like Pargami. So he works with that also.
Yes.
So that, go ahead, Bala.
Thank you, Siva and Srinivas. First of all, namaste to everyone. As Srinivas and Sivaji explained, it's not nothing I'm doing differently. Like everyone, I'm trying things in society, nature, learning, experimenting, so that I'll adapt those in my life and continue with my life, and so that my just checking my vocalizer, so that my kids can follow, and it goes in generation, and so that's aim behind it. So let's come back to the session today, and I would like to share the screen first. And I hope the image or PPT is visible there, appear. And
Yes, sir.
thank you. Just do a little more settings before I continue, because I would like to know, I want to see my chart enabled and everything. Thanks. So today we'll start Universal Human Values, Jeevan Vidya session, and especially we talk about harmony in society, harmony in nature. And I am Bala. I am a co-explorer, like all the participants who join in this session, exploring the reality, exploring the truth, seeking the truth. With that, I'll forward to the next slide. So first things first, we should understand this self-exploration and self-verification process. In all this session, we keep updating this, notifying this information that what we have shared in this session is all information level, and we should accept this as a proposal, because what we are giving them as a proposal. And every individual at individual level, they have to take this information and verify, and at self level, and when they come to verify, that can be done into different scopes. One, as we are as a human being, when we have any information, we have to verify with human beings, and we should see mutual happiness as a result. And same time, when we work with nature with these proposals, we should see mutual prosperity. And when the results is this, with the right understanding, we apply this to back in our life, and that should become our part of life as a habit. Habit should become practice. Practice should become habit. Habit should become part of life, and that will goes on in the parampara. That's a whole basis. So none of the information is true or false. We are not here to judge that. it's everybody's brain power task. So should take as a proposal and verify it your right understanding. A small example to start with, because this is the important slide of all these sessions. Like in any session, this is the important session that what we have shared is a proposal. We have to verify at where life level and implement it then if it is fits in our life framework, environment, everything. So an example, if I take some information I received from another human being saying that this is a seed. If you sow it, a plant, tree, and it become multifold, it gives you multitudinal fruits and all these different subsets of the trees and everything. That is the information level. I would like to verify it. So I cannot verify it immediately in the span of a second. But I am in nature. There are many things already happened around me. I can see it. I can get it the truth from the nature itself. Like my relative or my immediate family member have planted a tree. That is truth. I have seen that. I have recognized a mango tree grown up and it is giving fruits as well. But this is also still an information level because we are looking at the work of someone did. Maybe, for example, if I am sharing this proposal or whatever I am sharing in this session, that is actually information from my perspective. So everybody has a right. Everybody has a capacity. That is because the brain power is naturally occurring in everyone. So verify that. So in order to be part of my life, I need to check it myself. That means I might start enjoying the fruits from other sources, but I have to see this plant, sow a mango plant or sorry seed. It should grow as a plant. I should watch it. It will grow more and it start fruiting. I should watch it and I have to enjoy the fruits. And in that process, in the nature, I should see mutual prosperity, because when I plant a mango tree, I am working with nature. Mutual prosperity, when I see that I am enjoying the fruits, I only sowed one seed and now today I'm getting hundreds of fruits. And that way a tree want to propagate its seeds and it want to multiply in the nature so that it will prosperous. And I am also enjoying the fruit because I take care of it. I took care of it. I nurtured it and it is giving back. So that way I am happy. It is fixing my hunger by fruit with a seed or whatever. And I am taking care of it. It is multiplying. It is also happy because nature, there is no reverse direction nature. It's always forwarding happiness. Everything is going to the happiness. That is the end goal. So that way, when I verify it, I am verified. That is becoming okay. This information is true. Now I need to apply to my life. I have applied it. Now I am ready to share this information to others. That's saying if a child or grandchild comes to us, we can say that this is my experience. I have seen it. This is very much true. There is no denial. So that way, that's how this verification process works. And it has two aspects. One is working with nature. One is working with the human beings. When it comes to human being, mutual happiness is a goal. That when we communicate, when you program with other person, you should be happy, he should be happy, both mutual happiness should occur. That is when what we have understood, expressed is working. And there are sometimes information, as I said, it is a perspective. Information comes in different multifold. For example, we all know there is a shiny object rises this direction every day that we call a star, that we name as sun. Sometimes in different languages, there are names in different languages saying that there is a bright, shiny object, a large object comes this direction. That is a truth that cannot be denied. Nobody can change that, But when we propose it, I may propose in different language. If I am speaking Hindi, I may say in Hindi, Suraj us taraf aayega. If I am talking in Telugu, I say Surya Darshanam aa side undu avutundi. In English, I can say it is sun rises in the east. So likewise, but we should use our right understanding to shell off this and go to the core. Yes, because Earth is revolving, that should come direct. A sun comes in that direction because we are revolving. This is part of nature and all. For that, we need to use our environment, whatever the information we have, it may be internet or elders information we need taken, we need to verify it. That is where our responsibility comes. We cannot say that you are talking in Telugu, so this is not applying. We have all the environment, we have all the facilities to verify that proposal, maybe it in any language, any sign. So when one does that, he learns a lot. For example, if we take the concept of this seeding, a mango seed and tree, and in that I have seen different day, every day tree is growing. I can say that I have seen trees enjoying the moment. It is enjoying the nature, because the same plant tree size is not the same yesterday. It is evolving every day. And same time, I have seen it leaves falling, and I have seen many things, birds coming. So this is a process. When we honestly do one thing, dedicated with dedication and diligent and discipline, we are actually learning many things. And we don't have to learn those. They are part of this learning itself. Like when you go and learn honestly, things are occurring naturally in the nature. So with that, I'll jump off this slide and go to the next slide. So that's how the right understanding should come. It should information, verification, practice, and should become part of our life. Until then, it's all information. We can talk of many things. By the way, I did plant a seed. I am observing it. Thanks. So harmony in the society. Before we go into this slide, I would like to know from your point of view, all the participants and co-explorers, I can say, what is society? Does it have any boundary? What is society in general definition in English? So that I want to have, I would like to have this as a dialogue based, could be chat. Somebody could unmute for a 1 or 2 minutes. We can discuss and jump
the
in.
people around us, society.
Okay.
Group
People
of
around
people,
us.
group of people,
Yes.
and with the laws, journal laws for all.
Group of people with channel. I did not get that, madam. Group of community. Okay. So can we draw a boundary to a society? We can name them, saying that this village, that town, this place, that border. But in general, does it has a boundary? Okay, Ramakrishna Rao says it is, there is no boundary. A collection of people coexisting with the unlimited goal of benefits to all, operating under an umbrella of rules. It sounds to me a bookish definition, but I accept that. True. There is no boundary, but with our understanding, we have draw the boundary to manage it, to nurture the humans under the umbrella. So the many umbrellas sitting, taking shelter on the globe. So globe is our boundary, because we have not seen any human being after the globe so far. So today it's a society, a globe, a larger order, we can say. Can we say like that? Globe is a larger society. It starts with individual. Of course, yes, mental boundary. Mental is actually, we can say, thought. Thought is again connects back to the understanding of what happening around us, what is human, what is environment, limitation, exactly. But if you say all agree, society is larger. It's all globe together. Every human, it starts with individual, with the family. So if you all say yes, if any disagreements, because any disagreements we have to verify. I have shared my view. That's how I see. And also, I also should bound by the society rules, because not I am alone. I am not alone. Okay.
Could you repeat the statement which we are verifying?
Is there a boundary to a society? We can say that society ends here. After that, I don't see a society. Or boundary, I can say. Actually, the background is that I want to propose Earth or globe is our larger society, larger order, I can say.
That depends on people to people how they perceive. For some people, it would be just a mohalla or a simple, the place where they're living, just that. For some people, it will be the entire ecosystem, the entire community, entire world, as you're saying, the universe is by society.
Yeah, but perception might change, but truth
remains constant, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. So the right understanding might make the person to have different opinion and thoughts, but that's why the self-verification process comes in picture. That should verify the truth. And yep, I do respect the person-to-person thought, but we should our ultimate goal to explore the truth. But in this session, I would like to know, sir, from your perspective, can I draw a boundary? This much is a society. That's all. Only this many people are that much town or this much border.
Are you saying physical boundary or the mental boundary?
Both.
The physical boundaries, so we having, if we are divided into countries or continents, so we have physical boundaries. Mental boundaries, we are both are having, both these types of boundaries are there in society, physical as well as mental.
I agree. I don't want to discuss further on that, but the truth here is we all sharing the same, air, nature resources. Everybody. When I say society, it's a group of people. Whether the person is in Arctic, whether the person is in Sahara, his heart beats, his temperature remains stay, and he breathes oxygen if it is available. So
Exactly.
if that is a human, I cannot see I cannot differentiate a human here or there, because all human. And when I say human, it starts with one. And if you say that we have a boundary, then suddenly if something happens and only two persons remains, and those are standing at the back at poles, each poles of the earth, then we cannot say that since I am in this, I am the only society. I'm the person and I am the society. So with this proposal, I can say that we cannot draw a boundary, human to human relation established already before we even discuss this in the nature. With it speaks a different language, nature. Anyway, we'll go into that slide. So that way, there is no boundary, but we have a boundary, say called border. We have a boundary for states. We have a boundary for districts. We have a boundary for mandals, taluka, and mohalla, what you call a house and limit. And we are at the nowadays people talking about a self boundary, a bubble, that there is a gap, social distancing, physical distancing, whatever we call that is different. But before that, also people talking about some space between. You cannot come encroach, go a little forward a person beyond that. So that is a boundary. That is okay. So that is actually to manage or to do with some betterments or something, but it doesn't mean that I am distancing, that the relation is not there. I cannot say that. So if we take that proposal and forward, society is human to human relation. It's all a whole globe, but it starts with individual and family and immediate family and village. That's how the spectrum expands. We may have, may not have capacity, but that is a spectrum to work. That is a playground to start. With that proposal, I'll forward. So what is desirable and where we are today in the society? So we talk about desires and everything, and in past day session, we understood that every individual want to be happy. Whatever we do, with different thoughts and opinions, actions, but ultimate goal is want to be happy. If I am doing a marathon, I want to be happy. If I'm not doing marathon and doing swimming or something else or different sport, it's all about be happy. I am doing some work, whatever it want to be earn something and eat and want to be healthy, but at the ultimate goal is happy. So every individual want to be happy, and there are all individual in the society with a different relation, mother, father, but everybody want to be happy. So it's a society want to be happy. That is a desire actually, but let's see, there are three different analogies. Families living together in a relationship of mutual fulfillment, that's a common goal, that is called society. And people living together but not in relationship of mutual fulfillment, differing goals, crowd, people living separately in opposition and struggle, conflicting goals, battlefield. But these three subjects are scoping of a society. Where are we today? What we are hearing, seeing in around the world, even in small village or even small family, also we can see difference of opinion, goals and all. So where are we today? So Ramakrishna says at the start stage, Ramakrishna Garu, people living separately in opposition struggle, conflicting goals, battlefield. Okay. So if all the families living together in relationship of mutual fulfillment, can we say we are a society? Because everybody want to be happy in relation, mutual fulfillment, because a family is happy and spreading the happiness, and other families also, we can see the happiness coming from them. That is a society, because nobody is running for some resource hungry things, or but what I see, my perspective, our society is a crowded battlefield. Okay. Because I see these three are happening at the current moment when I speak on the globe, in different parts of the globe and a larger society, because we did that boundarying, right? So luckily they are only scoped in that boundary, and thought, different opinion, we can say all are playing. So today we are seeing these three different types of society. There are families are living together happily in different pockets of the globe. There are families actually living together but not in relationship of mutual fulfillment. They are living as a crowd under the hood, living in the same apartment under the same floor, but not wishing each other, or not well wishing fulfillment thing with each other. That is crowd that we can see too. People are today also fighting for good or bad, and that is happening. The countries are at war these days, and country is a big thing when we talk about size and people. So that is battlefield. But desirable is a society, common goal, that we want to have a mutual fulfillment. Everybody want to be happy. We though we are seeing these three that is happening for different causes. We propose it's a lack of right understanding, or people have to explore the truth. They don't have time for that, because they people in different pockets. Even if it is me, if I am not want to be happy and putting my time and efforts in different things, means I gave the priority to myself, saying that is important. So let's explore until I'll get back in the nature backfight, saying that it is not. Okay, then I may start the new step. That is a different story. But we will explore harmony in society. The basis of harmony in society is harmony in family, for which the basis is harmony in human being. Yes, when every human being is at harmony, and then the family, all the humans in that family, a family is harmony, and all the families in the village become harmony, and that spreads, and the harmony in society establishes. Let's see how it is possible. I can say from the proposal point of view. So harmony in society is a human goal. Starts with like right understanding, at right feeling at individual level, with a happiness. Right understanding and right feeling at individual level actually sparks the happiness. A happy individual is a part of family. The family is prosperous because they know their limits, where up to what level they want to earn, what they need. They might have sufficiently fixed the needs and attain them. And then if multiple families, a village is self-sufficient and happy, and the village will become a part of a larger society, and slowly truth established in each society, because nobody is coming to exploit. Everybody is happy at their level. Every human being is happy. Every individual happy. Family is happy. Villages are happy. So why I feel about lack of trust? I cannot say that somebody comes and do chase things at my house around and all, because if everybody happy, there is no scope for exploitation. So when that is there, then truth, that is a truth. When we establish the truth on individual level, fearlessness, we will become fearlessness. So, and that, if that is a society, then we work in the nature with the coexistence. Then we say that coexistence, because we live in nature. In nature, when we go live in nature, we only see prosperity. As I said, one mango seeds gives multiple fruits, and it's maybe a seed. I took an example because mango plant takes 5 years, but if you a seed which actually germinates and gives you leaves to eat in a week's time, so there are different seeds which could help start fixing our hunger. So multiple seeds and coexistence in the nature, and there are nature is a big place to do program. So exploitation, there are many things which will be fixed when we see this. This is our goal actually. Society, harmony in society is established this way. Let's see if this all four required, or can we discount anything from this four methods, or we can say four channels, or can say anything, but I can say these are four orders in a sequence. Yes, do we see any different method? But from our point of view, how many times we read and try to differentiate it, well, it is the truth actually. Everything happens at individual level and family, and then society. And when the happy society start working in the nature, they don't cut trees, they coexist with them, all required. Then if we say if all four is achieved, would anything else will be required? When we see every individual is happy, so it starts from individual and a family, a village, society, and then they all are happy and they are programming with nature. They are living with the nature, understanding it rightly, and coexisting with it without exploiting, destroying it, without cutting the forests, and living in a way that it nurture and taking what exactly needed and giving back to the nature. If this all established, do we need anything else? Okay, thank you. I see a few messages in the chat. Are we working for all four in the family, in the society? Are we working for all four, for that matter, the individual level? Something to think about it. So since it starts with right understanding, right feeling, happiness at individual level, that is where our start. And so my perspective, are we working for all four in the family, in the society? Yeah, I am trying, but unable to do it in the extent required. Okay, so my perception is that, my view, we all are doing this, but not continuously. We are doing it in installments. We are doing whenever it is possible. We are doing once in 100 years, something like that. When we understand this rightly, we'll do it every time. That is the goal. When we do it every time, that will become practice. Practice become habit. Habit become parampara. That is our goal. When an individual with that mindset, an individual with full confidence and happiness and understanding things, looking truth as a truth, and he start living, people whomever in that family will watch. And when there are options and environment created for happiness, I don't see nobody wants to go back, because everybody wants to be happy, and there is a method and environment already set by a family person because he is living. If it is a mother, father, they will encourage the child who with the right understanding. If it is a what we call our child, if I am practicing, my kids or child will watch that, and they will see that is truth, he is following, and let me try. So that way, if you do it once in a while, nobody notice, but if we continuously doing one aspect of many things, a small start with the small things, that will become practice. Like some people does it in a examples, like I have seen people collecting the papers, and they wanted to reuse them at the backside. Many days we see people in the few years back ago, lot of papers coming out from different institutions and different places. They're only one side written, rest backside it is not. So I have seen people collecting that, distributing to the different needy people who at least need one side paper to write and learn something. So like that, somebody is doing, somebody actually recycling the plastic, like that. There are many examples I don't want to quote, but doing installments will not help. Doing continuously every day for 1 second or 1 minute and slowly expand it. We don't want to shift up day and night. So that, keeping my perspective outside, every individual is trying to do that. However, we should, when we are doing that, we should do it consciously and understand that is truth, and it is done because we want, our goal is this, we want to go there, and this is working, helping, I am verified, and we need to write the hard stone saying that it is working for me. I am looking, I can see it, and let's practice it. Once it is verified, you don't, nobody has to give one more thought for it. It will become part of our life. So coming back to this slide, are we working for all four in the family, in the society? That is a question to verify. Now, but what we have seen in from past sessions and past experience and current happenings and learnings, we see there are many things happening at individual level, family level. These are the results of misunderstanding. So assumption, money is everything, accumulation by means, domain domination, exploitation, fear, mastery, you know. So accumulation of means, there is a good example that I cannot say I want to have, 1 liter of oxygen for a second. I need only oxygen that much only, which I can breathe a given particular gap, and I don't want it continuously. I can only breathe, and I have to give a pass because it should come back again. That is not continuous also. And that way, I don't have to accumulate the oxygen, but I have to get a pure oxygen because I have spoiled it nature, and I am making it incompatible to me myself. So I have to purify it. I need to buy a purifier. So that's how it goes. So that is actually, I can say, misunderstanding, assumptions, and all this happens. If we see different issues that today we are talking because of misunderstanding, of lack of right understanding, say assumptions that money is everything, we can buy everything with the money, and maybe up to some extent, but not. Accumulation by means in a few individuals. We want to accumulate more. I only need 1 car, but I buy multiples because there is a need. In Thursday I have to go in blue car. Saturday I have to go in white car. Sunday I don't need a car, but I buy it because I want to have that slot is empty. I have seen these kind of examples today. Resources that because to make a car there are a lot of resource comes in, and domination. We see in society, one district or one country, one state dominates another country because it's all people, maybe with a different customs, but they are all same at same level. Everybody want to be happy because lack of that verification. Maybe we have not verified yet. When I say we, I'm talking about the PPT and the things are occurring, brain power behind that. So domination, exploitation, fear, mastery, and exploitation. These all are happening in the current world. Terrorism, war, resource depletion, pollution. If everybody start verifying, and the time efforts which we are putting in misunderstanding, if we put the same time and efforts, only 1% of that is needed actually back in ourselves, back in nature, society. It gives a different perspective of the world itself. Everywhere we see is happiness actually. No such thing which is actually pulling back in sorrow. We can say unhappy. Everything is pushing forward to happy, but we don't know the route. We cannot understand, so we cannot put a step ahead on that direction. And this is the result, what we have seen in the PPT in black color and red mark. So harmony in society can be achieved and with a human goal if we fix these 5 dimensions of a human order, which I shared here. And this is a proposal to verify everyone. Now we can, when we say educate, if a society or if I said if I want to establish harmony in society, these 5 things to be taken care, and only then every individual, family, and society be happy, and they can work with the nature and coexist with whatever we have. So number one, education and samskar. Education, when I say, it is not about a certificate. If I have a BTech certificate, I cannot say I am qualified. It's only giving me that I have information level. I should have practiced it and I attain the skill, and then I understand it rightly. It should give me all perception of everything truly and in a truth. When I say that I am I have received right education, that means I can live independently, self-sustainedly, and I do not exploit the nature, or I do not exploit in other humans. So that is education and samskar. And education, samskar starts with the family first, and then institution next. The health and sayam. So every person. So when I say education, everybody should get that education, the right education. It's not about certificates again. It's education of things, everything around us. Education about relationship, education about nature, education about self, and then on top of that, if you put anything, if the technology, if the rocket science, it sits well and fits well actually. So that is how everybody should be educated within their level and capacity. And health, we should provide an environment where everybody should be able to take care of health, and they should be happy, and every other individual also keep a note of that. If I do something, it might destroy or cause or results in unhealthy things to other human being. So I should work in that. So first of all, I should work on myself. I should have a good diet. I should not eat for taste. I should eat to fix the hunger, and I should eat something which works for my body, and I should do healthy exercise, and do not take stress. All these things part of health. And every individual should have access to this information, health and practice, and they should have environment implement. If we take care of education and health, and then we should talk about production and work. When I say production, that is any work we do that should be that should be productive, and that should help well-being of everyone. Like a farmer producing crop and all this food, it is actually he's not alone eating it, but he is distributing whatever the food we are eating today. We might be, we don't have a time because we are doing other productive work. So when it comes to production, it is productive work, and everybody should work for their needs, and it should be productive. When we work in that way in nature, as I said, if I seed one seed, it gives multiple. That means I only need one, but it gives me hundreds of seeds. Then I am self-sufficient, prosperous. So I should preserve it, and justice comes there actually. When I work, I should preserve it, and when it is taken, when we talk about justice, preservation, that we should preserve it rightly, and the distribution of wages or distribution of the perks, whomever in this production, should go accordingly. We should understand the efforts going in a work, and we should disperse, or we should gift him with that much sufficient remuneration. We call is a food, is a stake, we can say anything. So justification should there, justice should establish, and preservation should be taken care, so that preserved food or preserved wealth can be distributed to the needy. If it is food, it can be distributed in the scare. That is what discussed in the exchange storage. So sometimes when we talk about few years back, there are droughts and everything, scarcity of food. We should distribute them from the storage and make everybody self-sufficient. So that when we talk about these 5 dimensions, if all these 5 dimensions taken care in this order, and we don't see that people will fight for each other, because if they are educated, they know when they rightly understand things, they don't run for things which are not happy, I mean, which results in unhappy. And if they are healthy, they don't have to they'll be with a sound mind, and they'll be available for the needed. The production, if anybody is working in production, there is no scarcity of the facilities or environment or food. And if we preserve it and justice is just justified in all the aspects at the individual level for the efforts, if we give back the same wages, or we can, I'm giving an example, but justice and preservation is like that. He should get a right stake from the production. An exchange in nature is always 100 times more. We do only 1%, but it gives back with 100 times in a different direction. So we need to preserve it and distribute it accordingly when needed, when floods and all these climatic conditions, so that others can have their life forward and so become a happy society. So when we take care of things in all this order, I have one quick question: should we change the order? If I say that, if I put exchange first and rest we can give the priority, does it fit good for the individual happiness and family, society? Why we are talking about education samskar in the first place? What is the significance of education being putting in the first? And because in last time there was a question with the individual explorer, co-explorer, like all these participants saying that health should be number one, because a sound health gives actually a sound mind, and only then we can understand right. At a small moment I felt, yeah, but if a person want to be healthy, he should know how to be. How can he be healthy? What is the method he should practice to become a healthy person, physically, mentally? So that is a knowledge actually. Knowledge is education samskar and taught at the family level. If he miss that, he has a chance, an individual has a chance at education institution outside a teacher. If he miss that, a person might have a chance to learn in the society. If he miss that, nature is available to teach him. If he miss that, he should restart, I believe. So education, information, samskar is first, then he makes himself healthy. The sound mind, the healthy person does good production and good preservation, good storage follows. So that scope, when we talk, when the question that if we say that society is a boundaryless, yes, but it starts with individual, family. The scope is like this. All these 5 dimensions need to be taken care at individual, but it starts with the family first. And then family clusters, immediate family members, who, when I say family, there is a big background or explanation behind why we need to take care of family, because our journey starts from the family as an individual. We immediately do not know from the nowhere, we are not starting our life, but we take birth in a family, mother, father, and we should take care of the relation, and we should be obedient and start our life understanding, and all these protocols we should follow. Since family helps us in upbringing and they nurtured it, they did their duty, and it's our time to start with family. If we miss this formula, if we by any chance we ignore that we have to do it family or not, and if we miss and if we go outside extended family, that won't fit actually. Nobody is ready to take immediately. We should start from individual and immediately family, all these 5 education. But if we go and start there, that is actually not justifiable, because when I say other family, there are people who should do their needs. For example, I am Bala and I have a family. Today I am sitting in this chair and enjoying this environment and peaceful surroundings. So because of my family members, they have done their part of job in the nature and everything, and they have attained it, they have earned this, and I am enjoying their fruits. And if I miss that and I learned everything, and immediately I do and start doing things and start giving and preaching or whatever, doing help in the society, immediately skipping this family, the equation turns to be wrong and it will backfire, because a person if a person is not succeeding at family level, he cannot succeed in another family because society is exceeding. So that is why family is first. Individual level, ourself is first. Doesn't mean I'm saying that I have, I'm very hungry, I have only one plate of rice, I want to be healthy and happy, I cannot give. That is true, but there are opportunities. We can, with the right understanding, we can distribute the food available among us so that everybody is happy, so that multiple people works, 10 people works an hour, generates 100% production, but one person working 1 hour only generates one. So that is how, if we apply all these rules, understand the nature, we don't see these barriers, we don't see the lack ofness, we can say it's always available, happening. But are we ready to grab that? Are we trying to put our time and efforts in looking at, watching, staring from the window, things are happening, enjoy, evolved person? Did we give a moment to see a person, actual person, removing all the shells and see how he's evolved from the qualities today? So there are different discussion we give. So it starts with the family. All these dimensions should fix in the family, and then if we are happy, working fine, it automatically propagates to other family. That's how in the nature, we cannot deny it. If a right understand person, that's always right, like sun rises at the east. So now I'll pass here. Would like to take a few questions, like discuss. If anything comes pop up your mind, I'm ready to hear those. We'll try to discuss, understand. If not, we anyway have the QA session, but I'll pass here. Please unmute and shoot the questions.
I would like to say something. It feels to me that are we not trivializing and making things too simple? Because the whole world is not made with people who are competent enough to understand all this, right? Even if we start with a few people, it's going to take millions of years before we get competency at the level that it's required for mutual benefit.
True.
So isn't it making things too simple?
It is too simple when we start measuring it. It is too simple, but it is simple when we start doing it at individual level. But before even we discuss, are we a people who is standing on the earth, breathing air? That itself a competence to live, compatibility in the nature that we have already passed through. By birth, we cannot walk. We started in this hostile earth. It is not compatible for everyone. There might be a lot of species before us came in the existence, they might have wiped out because earth is not compatible for anyone. For the say, if I build something and put it on the earth, it survives on its own? No, we have evolved for many millions of years. And after taking birth, we immediately start taking breath. And after the period of time with mother's nurture, we stand on our own feet. And then we start walking, then starts understanding. Today we are here. For example, if I take a kid, because everybody has passed through that stage, at one point of time, we should start our journey from the womb, and after that we should go again another womb of earth. A journey, a space between two things we are talking. There are many things happen, but if I am able to start a journey on this earth, I am competent. That's how I see. If no other person survived that, there are many people take birth but could not succeed forwarding. You can agree or disagree to me. That is how I look. And rest is all we have discussed past 3 days, that it's all about our education, or it's all about the information what we are receiving. It's all about the area, environment where I am, that influencing only that. But our ultimate goal is want to be happy. I have somewhere, for example, I have learned somewhere saying that if I am a millionaire, I am happy. I'll work for that. I don't care about others. That's only. But at some point of time, I'll understand that it's not working. But it's too late. Sorry, I cannot go forward. So what I'll do, I'll carry forward baggage until my breath and heartbeats. That's how I see it, madam. Does it answer the question? Because that's how I have learned about every human being. Human being and excellent. There is a chat saying that all good things in the life are simple. So I would like to take a question from Sunil Gupta ji. Please, sir, unmute.
Hello, Bala sir. Good morning.
Good morning.
My question is in respect with the scope order which you have shown from family to family cluster to village cluster, nation and world family. It is easier said than done, in the sense that, you know, I feel that the most difficult part is to, you know, work within the family system. We can go out, we can do all kind of, you know, radical things. We can try to work on in society, community, all is because they are external, and they, you know, we are not so much impacted by them, in the sense that the bond is not so there would be less chances of, you know, uh, like any sort of, you know, emotional hampering. Or but when you are with family, you are a close knitted bond, and any sort of clash, that any thoughts that will stay for longer. And sometimes in the family also now, like for years you are not able to talk to them openly. There are some, you know, baggages, there are some sort of boundaries that you have to respect, and you can't please your family, and you have to abide by, you know, the norms they have set. You sometimes you're conditioned. So the most difficult part, I feel, is to work at family level. But yeah, but that is a place to start. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I
I
might be
understand.
able, yeah,
Sunil ji, I understand, because it's happening at my family also. Because I have two kids, two sons, and I work in meeting, and that is very important for me. And they come in between and they disturb, saying that this is broken. I could not find my pencil. I have given them a box to put everything, but still they put things around my table, and that it's very hard to understand the work with the family. But if I give a thought saying that it's a kid actually, he's evolving. And when I say meeting, is it that important? What I am doing in the meeting, I am actually talking with other person so that it will giving me bread and butter, money or whatever that I am earning to nurture them itself. Nurturing is also improvising their understanding. If I don't have my own understanding, that I cannot give a moment and think what is happening around me, if I am not conscious, where do I see a scope of improvement? I don't see. In that case, if I continue, it's not possible in this lifetime. And if I still carry forward that kind of mindset to other life, it's continuous. It's part of evolution. So as far as my understanding, what you have said is true, but it can be corrected. Should start from individual. Once we start seeing, living, abiding to these rules, practicing honestly, being honest, it's always pays back. Of course, there is a time, there is environment pressure, there are many things, but that will happen, and we cannot escape from this. This is how it is happening. This is how people have enjoyed their life. If you take any scripture, any religious thing, talking about those, they are always talking about the memories of good things happen. But the person who is actually preaching, he might not be having that perspective. He might not have seeded the mango plant. He have not seen it growing, leaf falling, and all this part of evolution has not came to him. He's only passing the information to other, so that we are becoming information passer, a parser, we can say, a relay between two humans. But that is not our purpose, right? We want to be a part of nature. We are from the nature, and it started from the family. And without their gift, we would not enjoying this. But the problem here is we have that gift, but we cannot see. We don't have the lens to see it. That's the reason why these sessions, that's the reason why many people are actually putting their time and efforts nurturing the people knowledge, changing, cleaning the thought process. We cannot escape from this nature order. If we are not ready to take it, some other time it comes. But only is that we would have past the time and dates, and after that we don't know how long this, as is also there is a time for everything. Nothing is permanent, and we can say that we should enjoy the moment happily. So to long story short, Sunilji, that is true, but we should evolve. Start from small things. Don't put the time gap saying that I should complete this in 1 year, I should complete this 2 years. So there is no, we cannot fix a time like that when we're working with a human being, could be family or person. And even if we are working with ourselves, we cannot put the time. Of course, we should put a target saying that we should reach this. I need to get up every day morning 5 a.m. That is a target. That is a goal. We should put it. But we cannot put the target saying that I should reach, I should do it every day. And of course, we have to do it every day, but we cannot say that it need to be evolved in this. Working on us is good, but unrealistic goals, for example, I want to finish so-and-so course or so-and-so thing, which generally takes 10 years, want to finish in 1 minute or 10 minutes or 100 hours. No, if we are that competent, we don't have to, practice at all. We are already enlightened. So that's how, so what I'm trying to communicate here is we should start thinking, pay attention, see the gap in our individual, and everything fits. We definitely become compatible to everyone. There is no gap in between. Like your family is standing together. See, if there is a gap, you fit in. That's how it is. That's how I see it, and it is working. Maybe I'm not continuous. I am still learning, exploring this process. So I'll forward to the next slides, nature, because I have to co-explore with you those things as well.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. If you have if any questions, if you have, I could not take, my apologies, but please note them on the paper, and we can take it in the evening session. I'll go forward with the next slide. So this is how we can achieve the harmony in society, and this is the order, and starts with the family, and it's our responsibility to experiment it, practice it rightly, diligently, and then the results is self-evident there. So harmony in nature. Again, let's come back to the definition of nature. Any definition? Should ask politely. May I have a definition of the nature? How individual in this, I mean, say my co-explorer of this session understands the nature. Does it has a limit? Is a human being part of a nature?
Self-sustainable and beautiful.
Wow. Self-sustainable and beautiful. Perfect. Yeah, nature is everything what we see today. I am part of nature because all the elements, constitution of my body is coming from the nature. I am actually taking help of nature. My shelter is in nature. I mean to say nature giving me shelter, and I cannot deny the truth. If I remove nature from the equation, I does not exist. So nature is everything, everywhere. If I am speaking now, it is part of me, and all the co-explorers of this session also seeing the nature. It is everywhere. So nature is a collection of units. When I say units, air, water, tree, soil, birds, animals, humans, moon, earth, sun, metals, all these things. It starts with a small part. It will become a body, a group of parts become a rigid body, and those form into different formation, part of evolution. It starts with life, and when I say life, it's a plant, and then animal and human. So these all are collection of units. It's a physical order, we can say. And then nature is also collection of units and consciousness. Consciousness is actually part of nature. Materials, consciousness together, collection of nature. Sorry. Unit is activity in the form of individual unit. It has 4 orders, relationship of mutual fulfillment. These 3 lines actually explaining a broader spectrum, and it is giving a gist of everything happening around it. And unit is an activity in the form of individual unit. When I say nature, it is collection of units. Units start from a small, tiny atom, and it becomes a bond, a group, and then it evolves. And then, but when we go and see an atom, it is activity, and that inherits into different parts that propagates. That means a group of atoms collect, become a rock that is actually still active, I can say. And then it's a plant or cell or human or animal or active. All are happening things. There is no things. And when it comes to that, there are 4 different orders in the nature, and they are all mutually fulfilling. And to be able to see the reality is a right understanding, knowing a unit as an activity. A smallest undividable part is called unit in this space, the universe or nature, we can say. Generally, it is an atom. If we divide it, disrupt it, we cannot see the state of it. So unit is atom at that level. Actually, its form, property, natural characteristics, that atom participating with other atom and all, and innateness, self-organization, it's all part of coexistence. So form and property changes. We see the diversity, colors, and different form of soil and different physical properties, and definiteness, the different natural characteristics, innateness,
Sir,
coexistence.
could you go a bit slow?
Sure.
And also there is a comment in the chat box that they need clarity on term consciousness. Material and consciousness, they were 2 terms, and if you could just elaborate.
Okay. So unit is collection of material and consciousness. Consciousness is actually in humans, we can observe it. In animals, it is conscious entity. A human being is conscious when he aware of a being. That is called consciousness. Material means there is no life. For example, if I say soil, soil is a formation. It is a material. From soil to cell, cell is actually a living thing. We can observe the respiration, and cell becomes a body. Body starts life and propagates. But humans are consciousness. When I say consciousness, awareness comes in. Start looking at outside, understanding. So that is consciousness. Without easy explanation is that if a human being is alive and even human being is consciousness, there are 2 different things. Human beings alive means our heart beats, breathing happens, inhale, exhale, and our temperature remains good, and they are all functioning, active. But consciousness is awareness, that we ourselves know that I am human. I could distinguish with things around. I could see the nature and existence. I could understand thought level process. So, and I could protect myself, and I have a will to live. All these are properties of consciousness. In a material, it's only a form. So these are 2 things. I hope that is clear.
Yes, thanks.
Yep. We can go forward, because the coming slides actually talks about that. And this is actually explanation of a unit as an activity, and this I am skipping because I assumed it is actually available for everyone to see. But I'll spend a few minutes here to explain this and leave it for a verification. So unit, activity, smallest part in this nature, in this universe, which is undividable, is called unit, and is active. And it has different properties and characteristics. We can see it: form, property, natural existence, and innateness and coexistence. With that, what in the in nature, different forms, material is available in different forms: soil, water, rock, gold. There are many things. We can identify them with the color, formation, bonding, all those things. This diversity is because of the form and property of the activity and natural characteristics. This three with the second box, natural characteristics, innateness, coexistence, all actually again short formed into definiteness, continuity, universality. They are talking about, if I take a water, if I take a water or stone, anything, it remains same property. If I take a stone, go to the Kanyakumari, it's still a stone. It changes its definiteness, its shape or anything, its quality. If I go it on the earth anywhere, it still says the property, and it is definite, and it is continuous and universality. It meets that property. So this slide helps to differentiate the material and understand how one can easily fix the things differentiate between things and differentiate between life. It helps in our upcoming slides actually. So with this, one should give a thought process to activity, understand it with the right understanding, see it, and then it should become our thought. So these are the 4 orders of the nature, all the material units available. We can place them in these 4 pockets: physical order, pranic order, animal order, human order. We'll take one by one. Physical order is actually all physical materials I have talked about in the previous slide, that soil, metal, water, all these metals, gold and everything comes in this soil. These all are physical. And then pranic order. When I say pranic order, in physical order, actually the important thing is that which already exists, compose, decompose. That means change its form. Oh, sure. And then pranic order, we can also see material composing, decomposing, and the respiration is noticed. That is a pranic order. All these plant, trees actually falls into this bucket. Animal order, actually composing, decomposing at body level. We can see the respiration, and we can see the growth. Growth also seen in pranic order, but in physical order, we cannot see the growth, because if I buy a gold of 1 gram, if I place it in my some corner, after a year or 2, it still remains. There is no growth. But in pranic order, there is a growth, because there is respiration. Respiration helps to multiply growth. And then further evolving animal order, animal, birds, all the animals comes into this. And there is human order, all human beings part of this. These 3 are divided based on their properties and the way things occur in their activity. Actually, in human, actually there are in animal and human, will to live is common, but an animal doesn't try to explore further. It's not a truth seeker, because it's already continue part of evolution. But human is a truth seeker. Will to live, we see this will to live and everything. So if I explain the animal order, it has a will to live, it multiplies, and then it composes, decomposes. Coming to human order, our human order is also part of all this order, but will to live, and we have a thought called need to know, exploring or seek the truth. These are the qualities of the human, putting this order. So now this slide in different pockets is organized to understand the mutual fulfillment between each order. When we talk about further 2-3 slides, it gives meaning to these slides, and then clear picture forms. Take the mutual fulfillment coexistence between physical order and pranic order. So when I say soil, a plant take nutrition from soil, plant get nurture, and plant roots and leaves and all this fall back to soil, and it fertiles the soil, and soil nurturing is also taken care place. A fertile soil again gives more scope to grow, and since pranic order want to multiply growth, and it is fulfills that, and mutually it is both fulfilling each other role. So this is what it explains. So materials and pranic order are the materials and plants in relation, and they are mutually fulfillment in this order. So it's not destroying the nature of each other. It is forwarding, and there is no setback. When we take animals are again animals actually the plants will become food of animal, and animal nurturing the nutrition taken care, and then they will multiply, they want to live, that will fulfilled, and the animal excreta is actually going back to the soil, and animal excreta actually going back to the plant, and it will become a fertilizer for that, and again soil become fertile. So this cycle continues. And from the physical order, animals also drinks water, and it whatever it when animal dies, it will become it decomposes and it enriches the soil. If you see, they are all in perfect bonding and mutual fulfillment. These orders are not disrupting the other orders. They're actually fulfilling the needs of each order and mutually continuing. We don't see any human intervention there. It is naturally happening there. Any person with a proper understanding of nature go and sit in a park and observe these things. Trees growing every day, and we don't have to do anything. It is already available in the nature. It is happening. Let's see how the humans are actually part of this nature. As a human being, we actually take from the pranic order. We need soil nutrition. We need material nutrition from the physical, and we take plants or vegetables for our food, and we also take help from the animals and all those things. But how much we are part of their nurturing? How much we are giving back from what we have taken? That is a question to everyone actually. We every other order is mutually fulfilling. They are not tweaking the system. But when it comes to human order, it is human who actually tweaking the system, disrupting system actually. And that is why it is all happening. That is where we are losing the compatibility on the planet. When we start disrupting this order, this is what the nature, and since we are nature, part of nature, when we disrupt this order, we are actually disrupting ourselves. That means, for example, if we disrupt the nature, if we disrupt the oxygen, if we make more pollution, if we become a cause of more pollution, then what we get back is a polluted environment, and then we need to work on the purifiers. We cannot drink the water from the same well which we used to drink 50 years or 20 years back. Our evolution started from the rivers. We cannot take the water from that river today. So that is how humans are not fitting, but they are disrupting things. But generally, if we see, everything is fulfilling the other orders, physical, pranic, animal, but humans has some discomfort with that, it looks like. So again, if you cannot give back to the nature or anything, we cannot give back to the family because we don't have that giving back. We can only take. So with that mindset, a human understanding, individual is not happy. A family of individual is also follows the same custom, and the society follows the same custom, and we are in this society today. So resource depletion and pollution. The resource.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, last slide, could you go back?
Sure.
The additional element which you added in the previous, the four order, be on that slide only.
Okay.
तो ये ऊपर का हाफ तो पहले से समझा दिया था, ये जो लास्ट में फैमिली और सोसाइटी ऐड किया उसका क्या आप आपने बताया, एक बार फिर से बता दें वो समझ में।
इसका मतलब ये है ह्यूमन का जब अपना ये ऑर्डर, अगर ऑर्डर के बारे में बात करेंगे तो ऐसा लगेगा कि ये तीन जो ऊपर का जो हिस्सा है, तीन अलग तरीके का जो हो रहा है अभी नेचर में, वो अलग हो रहा है। लगता है कि अपने को इससे कुछ संबंध नहीं है। अपने को जो मिला अपन जो सॉइल या माइंस करते हैं आजकल, कोल माइंस है, गोल्ड माइंस है, सब उठाएंगे अपन, पेट्रोल निकाल रहे उसमें से, अर्थ में से, और वो फिजिकल ऑर्डर में जाएगा और अपन उसको फुलफिल नहीं कर पा रहे बैक उसको। और प्रॉनिक ऑर्डर में अगर देखेंगे तो जंगल कट रहा है आजकल, उससे वापस प्लांटिंग नहीं हो रहा है। और जो फॉरेस्ट में जंगल कटने से जो वहाँ पशु पक्षी जो है वो अभी तो गायब हो गए, पता नहीं कहाँ गए। तो अभी उसका वहाँ वो वैनिश हो रहा है। मगर ये सब पार्ट ऑफ नेचर है। एवरी जो नेचर में है उसका एक रोल है और उसका फुलफिलमेंट हो रहा है, बस अपने को दिख रहा नहीं। जब ह्यूमन आता है तो लेता है सब मगर देता कुछ नहीं, इसका मतलब वो है। सो आई हैव एक्सप्लेन्ड in that human is nowadays taking the most but not giving anything back to the nature. This is all part of nature. We are part of this orders actually. We are not exception from this. We are it is. If you see today, what we are utilizing is actually coming from different parts of the nature. And when we reutilize this, today we are not even decomposing it. We are not even doing a right management there. As an individual, if I am not able to do, I'll just forward whatever the mindset to the family and society. And same times I don't have this mindset to give back to the nature, and same comes back from the other individual as well, because I am the human and other is also human. Both have the same mindset. We only take, we cannot give back because we don't see that order in the nature. We feel that. So I'm explaining this PPT. So a individual with a mindset of taking cannot give back, whether he is part of family, whether he is part of society. If all the mindset is same, then we only take, we don't give back. When we start giving back, when we come out of this spectrum or this circle, this order, and slowly we are not part of the nature. We might wiped out of the whole earth. Earth will become incompatible. That's what I'm trying to convey.
And the arrows tells otherwise, no? Or that it shows that you are giving to family, you are giving to society, but family and societies are not giving it to you. Is that?
Actually, yes, that is true. But we are giving that mindset here. A human to human, actually, a thought, a learning only. Whatever it is coming from the nature, that is put in that direction actually. If a soil is giving, we can only take materials from the soil. From the plants, we can only take plant. From the animal, we can only take their help. You know, if a cow, we take only milk. In return, we can give them that fodder. We can take nurture. When it comes to human, it is not the material. For your information, it is information or knowledge we are passing. That is the gist of this arrow. A human to human is a knowledge transfer. It is not material anymore. Today we are walking this day in this session, and that is a main base funda our understanding learning is that when we work with a human, it is not facility. It is actually feeling, knowledge, all these things. In the past session, there are a few examples saying that if I invite you, I give you food and everything, but I don't respect you. You know, physical facilities, all these things. But the thing which we transfer to a descendant is a knowledge, not a property. For example, I have some currency or wealth, I transfer it to my descendants, but I fail to transfer the knowledge. He don't know how to reuse it, how to use it, then it is useless. I feel that is clear there.
Yeah,
So, you know, we take the knowledge with that, and again, we don't go and give back. Even if you give facilities or anything, we are in that mindset that, yeah, we are taking, but we don't want to give back to the society, or we don't give back to the human being, because maybe I have circled them family or society, but it's all part of the human order itself.
Yeah. And you are, even if you have that knowledge and you're giving it to family and society, probably you're not receiving that back. Is that red color question mark showing?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thanks, Bala sir. We can move ahead.
Yeah, just call me Bala, makes no problem.
Okay. Okay.
So let's focus on the resource depletion slide, actually little. Oh. Okay, let me read. Resource depletion is that resource is used at a rate which is faster than the rate at which it is produced in nature. Pollution is that the product is such that it does not return to the cycle in nature. It is produced at a rate that is faster than the rate at which it can return to the cycle in the nature. Example is a fossil fuel. So resource depletion, pollution is happening in a higher rate on the earth today. Maybe in future, I hope it should slow down and earth should become compatible to everyone back again. So we are actually excavating or pumping the fuel out of the earth, and we are not giving back anything there. There is no subsidiary. We should give back the same way, like in that order. If I have seen that nature and everything, it is giving back the same way. But we are actually excavating minerals, resource, everything in a pace that the time it occurs actually. For a petrol, a diesel, or crude oil, it all comes under fossil fuel. It takes some 1,000 years with the great pressure and all this scientific thing, and we have actually consumed it in 30 or 40 years time. It will take that much amount of time, and the catastrophe should happen, because as per definition, the crude oil is actually a result of a bigger forest growth under the soil, and soil buried with the high pressure and all this. And pollution is, again, we are taking the crude oil and converting into a different gas. That carbon dioxide is not coming back in the rate we are to access oxygen, or not consume the rate it is actually produced. So depletion, pollution happens because we don't understand their nature. We use it without an awareness, without a consciousness, I can say. And then this all happens. When this happens, we are actually making the planet incompatible slowly. So harmony in nature, actually, this is when we talk about this order: physical order, pranic order, animal order. We talk about in units and activity, composition. And when we see activity in these 4 orders, in soil, composition, decomposition, that means soil turns into different form and again comes back. And when it comes to pranic, we observe composition, decomposition, and respiration in body, selecting, tasting. And when it comes to human order, imaging, analyzing, selecting, tasting, these all are parts of human. If I say human beings, these are different orders. If we see human being with this property, we can make difference. Why these are putting in these orders? When we say innateness, self-organization, existence, growth, what we have discussed, I have table. These are put in a different table format. Let me fast forward. So long story short, if I understand nature as is and I start working in it, I'll be fulfilled, mutually fulfilled, and prosperous. And that conduct is passed on to generation, immediate family member, kids, descendants, and that will become part of their life, and it will become part of human order. Then it is actually become a tradition, and a human being with good tradition actually enjoys the nature and enjoys the world, or all the existings. So this is how today we need to see a human should work and see back to make things right the way which we have done. So I'm trying to. So human is also dependent on this all order, and human has a capacity to correct it by planting more plants the rate we can. Animal cannot plant. Maybe it may eat a seed and excrete somewhere, it may grow, but we can collect the seeds and plant them. So likewise, we with the right understanding, we can correct all these things and we can become a happy society and happy nature, part of happy nature, and coexist with it. That is all about. This is actually a bigger slide to show all happening things with a formulated this. So I'll this is today's activity. I'll pause here for any questions actually, because we are almost at the end of our session. We have a QA session in the evening. Yeah, I have see a chat there. We can contact directly, but sure, we can connect in the QA session today. I'll come there again. I'll take a 1 or 2 questions because running out of time. I don't want to keep other co-explorers waiting in this chat. If any daily rituals need to take care, if you're time bound, I am done for today. I'll send this activity. We can meet in QA, but I can still take 1 or 2 questions. So I don't see any question or hands raised. Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks everyone. I'll close this session in a minute. Stopping the screen share. Okay, thanks again. Thanks everyone for your time and bearing me for this time and following me, paying attention to my views. Let's meet in the QA. Good day to you all.